Shurikens are my favorite weapon in this game because they deal a lot of damage. They are considered a melee weapon, as in they scale with melee damage, but they are ranged. So a lot of unique things apply to it. For example, here on Renegade, we have additional projectiles on the Shurikens, and I'm gonna show you today just how broken the weapon truly is. Now, the only big issue is the Renegade gets minus 80% damage, and percent damage modifications are also heavily reduced, so that's kind of a problem. We want to pick up all of these common items to make sure that we bump up our damage slowly over time. So now we are dealing 2 instead of 1 damage, and we need to find more Shurikens. Perfect. These are also insane. We'll just pick you up right away. And today we do something a little bit special. Not all too special, but a little bit special. The moment you hit the second shop, you can already find blue items in there. So for example, the fishhook, right? And a thing that you can do is you can just reset the run until you get the item that you're looking for. We have done that a couple of times already in the past. The only issue with that, do we get... That's actually okay. Yeah, let's take that. The only issue with that is that it takes a huge amount of time to achieve that. So today on wave 5, I will give myself a fishhook. Either we found it prior to it, or I will just force it in. Perfect. In other words, if you want to do the same thing, you can do exactly the same thing. I mean, a wave 5 fishing hook is actually not that special. Like, we had that even earlier in the past, like even on wave 2. But today we don't want to mess too much with RNG. Like, we still want to stay within limits. So something that anyone can do if they just go for it. But we don't want to get unlucky and then just be sad and it's like, oh yeah, look at all the things that could have been, but they weren't. No. We don't allow that today. We just have fun. It's about to be New Year, so I would say let's enjoy that. Crit chance is good. We'll go for a bit of lifesteal because it was offered there. Now, in the beginning, I still have to build up all of our Shurikens first. Another bag is quite nice, so let's take that. We will never ever kill them, so we don't need that right now. The crit chance is already at 47%, which is kind of ridiculous. That means every second shot already bounces towards the other enemies. And one thing you need to know about the Shurikens is they suck early on. They turn into an utter destruction machine later on, especially when you get to the purple and the red levels, because then you have 4 bounces. And as you could imagine, if you have a weapon that hits 5 enemies with 1 singular projectile, that's kind of insane. And because the crit chance is already built in, you also get a bunch of bonus damage and bonus scaling out of that. Like, as you can see, even though we just deal 2 damage, we can deal with most of the enemies because we just crit, and that increases our damage output by 50% right now. We could go for damage here. I think I will roll though. Yeah, melee damage is a lot better. Oh, yeah, let's go for that. We are still only at 2 out of 3 damage, so I need to bump this up. Let's get the bag here. On the next wave, we'll buy the fishhook. Okay, let's get you. Are we at 3? No, not yet. Ooh, that is a very good one. Now, the biggest issue is if you don't find enough Shurikens, then you just miss way too much crit chance, and that is a little bit of a problem, right? Because we rely on the crit chance to bounce around. These guys here take less damage from ranged weapons, so any weapon that has ranged listed down there. But as you can see, we scale with melee damage, but it's considered a ranged weapon. Very nice percent damage, by the way. We're also facing a triple elite wave, which I'm not all too happy about, just because the Shuriken requires some time to get going, and well, I don't think we'll be ready when we face the elites, like, strong enough, and I think we will have to ignore the first one. Yeah, because we can't even kill these enemies right now, but let's see, maybe we get a good item. That's actually nice, that's bonus damage. Here, I will actually go for the HP. 22 is fine. Bonus damage, bonus attack speed. So here we would go for the fishhook, but I think we need to get the Shurikens first. So we will definitely do it in the future, but just not right now. We got a Shuriken, but that's not what I was hoping for. This is really good though. This will be a lot of bonus damage, and we are now up to 3, which means we should deal 5 damage when we crit, I think. Yeah, we deal 5 damage, and that is a very big difference compared to 3. That is almost doubling it, and as you may notice, yep, we are destroying all of the enemies. Because we shoot out 2 additional projectiles per Shuriken. And this is why I like the Shuriken on this guy. The only big issue is with characters like him, you can't go that far in Endless, just because you're so limited with your percent damage, right? But this is the moment we can say we'll get our fishhook. 62 is fine. Maybe if we don't manage to find the next fishhook at wave 10, then I will just force one in. That is a thing we could definitely do. For now, let's get you 4% bonus damage. For you to understand how I view the shop that we are using there, I just want to twist RNG a little bit in our favor. As I said, instead of like resetting and hoping for the right outcome and doing that for hours and then being frustrated and giving up on the run, I'm just gonna force it in. But I just say that because if you then say, well, Dex, why didn't you just get all of these things and all of the economy items, that and that? Well, there's a reason. We don't want to go like super duper insane, like a 10 out of 10 run, and now I just give myself all of the economy items and hunting trophies, maxed out cursed or stuff. I just want to gamble, you know, because fishhooks are a pure gamble. You don't know what you'll get. And the coolest thing about the Shurikens, when they get cursed, then they bounce around more. But I gotta say, right now we have 5 Shurikens and only one of them is blue. This is kind of horrible. So I hope that I find more of them very soon. Okay, there's one. Now we got 6. We got a 53% chance to bounce. We currently have a 35% chance to curse stuff in the shop. I will give it 1 round chance to get cursed, otherwise I get rid of it. The reason I don't want to buy it is we want to have it cursed. One of the best scaling for melee weapons in this game is the robot arm that gives you melee damage and engineering every single round. But this also means you want to have a really good multiplier. So we don't want to have 20%, we don't even want to have like 30%, we kind of would like to have at least 35%. So we can make more use of the robot arm. Aside from that, Giant's Belt will be a major thing that we require to make this work, just because we have only 20% damage scaling. Though I guess we can also compensate a lot if we go for the pearls. Like one thing I could do is I could just lock all of the pearls in the shop and curse them. With that we will have 2 or 3% damage scaling instead of the usual 1%, which means we get way more out of it. Range is nice to keep the enemies on a distance, minus range isn't great, but that is a lot of HP and bonus damage. Attack speed is important to deal with them, lifesteal is nice when I get hit, you didn't get cursed, so goodbye to you. Oh wow, instantly cursed. Now this one we can definitely take on it. I will also take you, even though you reduce my damage. Okay, I have a 40% curse chance. Please don't curse it, that's so not worth it. Nice, we have 45% right now. The reason this is nice is we want to find like something good to curse. And the moment we hit the next shop, I will give myself a cursed fishhook. Like imagine we just found the first one maybe on wave 3 and the next one we found it on wave 6 and then we have to let it chill in the shop for a while, you know, until it gets cursed, and now we get the result of the cursed fishhook. And the last fishhook will be bought at wave 15. So that will also be a curse. I have to take that. I don't care about the dodges, but 3 melee damage and a cursed item and bonus damage here is kind of insane. We'll go for the melee damage here. Speed is nice. Here we have the cursed fishhook, 40%. Let's buy it for 75. Man, I would love to have all of the other items here as well. But we don't overdo it. Man, we have 29 melee damage, I just realized. That's kind of insane. I'll bump that up even further. Trees die in 1 hit, gives 2% damage. Nice. Can I just get more Shurikens? Yep, that's exactly what I'm looking for. The way I do it with Shurikens is I take them all to blue levels and then I upgrade them to red levels. Okay, nice. They now have a better melee damage scaling, like it went up from 25% to 34%. They also become faster, but more importantly, they get 1 additional bounce. So the 1 red Shuriken is more meant to bounce all over the stage and kill like the super tough enemies. But as you can see, so far we haven't made use of a singular mod. Like yes, we have gotten the fishing hooks right, but I don't think we have cursed anything so far. Isn't the curse chance... Okay, something in the shop got cursed, that's cool, but the point is, up until now, it had no impact, except that we actually lost money, right, because I bought the fishhook. This is just how you can play this character, even if you would never ever get a fishing hook. Man, this is just beautiful. I love the Shurikens. Look at the amount of projectiles we're shooting out. Okay, we have to be careful. This is why we want to have 1 red one. Like, to make sure that when there are stronger enemies, especially when they get cursed, that we can easily deal with them. But most of the stage is just emptied out, and since we are shooting out 3 projectiles with every single shuriken, we are right now shooting out 18 shurikens when our weapons shoot. But I need to get some armor. Dangerous Bunny is nice, lifesteal more enemies is amazing, giving the enemies more health. You know what, I'll take 1 of them. I'm not the biggest fan, but since the goal is either way to go for the Giant's Belt, I think... Oh god, you got cursed. Really? You wasted all of my curse chance for that? Seriously? I'll get that because it's cheap, gives us bonus damage. Nice. Now this is something that is definitely worth cursing, and I will wait. I mean, we have a 60% chance, so it shouldn't take too long. We have a 4 times bounce, and look at this difference. 8 times 3, 18 times 3. The cooldown also got decreased by roughly 20%, but the best thing is it hits the enemies 5 times. Let's get you in for a little bit of armor. I would also like to curse you, kind of. The elemental damage would also be interesting. You know what, I'll curse the last one if I find it. So wave 11, boss fight. It's a really annoying boss. One thing you can do is, with the shurikens, you can just hit the boss and it flies all over the stage and kills the rest. But I'm not sure if you really have enough damage to deal with all of the enemies and with the boss shenanigans. We have some lifesteal, which is good. So every single hit that the shurikens do, like whenever it bounces, it can heal you up, meaning you should be fairly safe to not die. But we are taking 15 damage right now when a ball hits me from the boss, and I don't even want to know about the contact damage with the body. So let's keep our distance and take this slow. I would rather not get a red crate here compared to dying, but I think we'll be having a very easy time to do this. Yeah, there we go. This is the power of shurikens. Lighthouse, sure, 20 engineer... Man, I would so love to take you, but I definitely need this cursed. It's so important because we have this horrible damage scaling. We'll go for the armor here over the door. Wow. The entire shop just got cursed. Okay. Well, this one didn't. Okay, but like, you know. Who needs the fishhook, huh? I don't need a fishhook. We have 4 bounces on this. This is as good as this one. And the damage scaling is even almost the same. And now it has 6 bounces, are you kidding me? Very nice damage scaling. That's actually horrible. This is the equivalent of 138%. And the best one is 210. Crits will heal you is nice. We will also combine you. That means I can not combine them yet, but we'll combine them in a moment. And as we can see over here, the cursed shuriken is definitely taking over. I don't think I will create another red shuriken unless it's a cursed one. We don't really have a reason to do that, otherwise I just have to sell it soon after to get the cursed shurikens in. The goal right now is to find as many economy items as possible, because I think we are already strong enough. And after that we want to get all of the cursed shurikens that we can. So yes, even though the shurikens are our weapon, I think we are powerful enough that we don't have to, wow, curse them right away. Let's go for you. Tardigrade is also nice to prevent a hit. Oh. Do you understand how insane these would be if I just lock them? But we are going for melee damage. Let's see if we find something else that we can lock. That is actually good to get it out of the way. Your armor, so that's nice. We don't care about armor all too much. Our main goal is to build up like 20 tardigrades, and then the enemies can't kill us anymore. But we have to be careful with the Giant's Belt. Sometimes the Giant's Belt just leaves you hanging and the enemies shoot at you because it can't kill them fast enough. This is why it's still important that we have some damage. God, I love the Shuriken so much. Just look at the storm of Shuriken getting thrown out. We probably have like 70% attack speed right now, 55%. Yeah, that's not so great. With Shuriken's attack speed is very important, but you also need to build up melee damage, so they scale a little bit better. And crit is obviously most important that you reach 100%. Currently we have 87 on the purple one. Yeah, so we will be at 91. That also means I just need 9% more crit chance, and then we are done with it. Let's get the armor or the percent damage. I think I'll go for the percent damage and the crit. Are we at the cap? 96%, just a bit more. You got cursed, that is insane. Wow. This is the equivalent of 124% out of 210. This is so bad. Wait. Oh, you just jumped up. Nice, by the way. My favorite weapon in this game. Okay, this is my favorite gimmick weapon. This is my favorite one because it's the strongest in the game, and we just got it cursed immediately with an insane one. 79% out of 110. Let's get a baby gecko here though, and we want to find more shurikens right now, which means I will not even buy this. Maybe I should have bought it. You know what, I'll buy it. Do I care about you, your crit, your melee damage? Not really. Yes! Insane! We don't need the pierces here. No, I don't care about that. The crown is okay. You know what, I'll find the crown over time. We have such little value, like so little harvesting that it doesn't really matter. This dude can be a problem depending on how he dashes, but we will just dance around him and shoot our shurikens into his face. We shouldn't even take that much damage right now if he strikes us, because we build up a little bit of armor, so I expect to take like 12 damage maybe. Hopefully. You know what, now I actually want to test it. Can you hit me? Can you hit me? We just got hit. I think there was a body contact damage though, and not like one of his strikes. This is just beautiful. How do you not love shurikens, right? They are so incredible. The only issue is you need to kind of know them a bit, because otherwise you're just stuck on like blue shurikens. Like with them it's so important to upgrade them and to make sure that you get enough melee damage. Oh wow, that is... yeah, I'll take that. You can have 2% more, but the point is, beyond 90% reroll price reduction, it doesn't do anything. That is 5 armor and max HP, sure. Do I care about you? You're not horrible. If you get cursed, that would be great. We want to get this out of the way. It's also bonus healing. But cursed, we would start at less HP. On the wave, like something like 30% is a lot more bearable, especially with the additional healing. And maybe I should get our lifesteal up a little bit. The reason I don't like it all too much is it only exists to bridge the gap between us having enough tardigrades and us having not enough tardigrades. So if we would just get enough tardigrades, I wouldn't need to get any lifesteal. You know what? I want to get hit by an enemy. 13 by a cursed guy, 11 by a normal one. Well, it's a little bit of a joke. The enemies deal no damage to me. The real insanity here is just our curse RNG right now, because that is obviously unaffected by the mod, you know, that I have there. So we just naturally got insanely high rolls, which is not something you can usually expect. Alter, 30% is insane. Like 24% or something like that is, I think, the maximum you can hit. So this is incredible. You also heal more, but now it's time to get the last, where is it here? The last fish hook, and with that we have a 100% curse chance. Beautiful. Maybe you don't get cursed, and then you get cursed and you get cursed. This is the perfect scenario. Actually, scratch that. It would be amazing if all of them get cursed. Wait, all of them will get cursed because we have 100%. Yeah, but we can just sell the red one that we have and replace them with the new ones. There's so many shurikens flying around. And you know what we really want to have? The seashell, or what it's called. The one that gives you bonus projectiles +3 every second shot. That is a high roll, and maybe we have to settle just for like every third shot. But this means instead of shooting out, how many do we shoot out? 3? Instead of shooting out 3, we'll shoot out 6 of them. The one thing I do enjoy a lot about this character is that we don't have that much damage. Imagine this was a normal character. Like, we've increased our percent damage by 77%, but it's divided by 5. So it's actually 350%. 380, 90, something like that. So we would be utterly broken at this point. Though to be fair, because of this character we gain bonus percent damage on normal items like this one, right? And usually we wouldn't have that. So let's go for you, then we'll sell you, then we get you, then we get you, and now we just need one more purple one. You're good. Melee damage is also nice. We'll curse that. I think I will curse that over this one, and I will curse you as well, because this will give us so much bonus damage. I can't wait to get the Retromation hoodie. The moment this happens, we will focus on dodge entirely, and we'll shoot like 20 shurikens per second, as in we do 20 shots, but we shoot 3 projectiles every single time, keep that in mind. And with the seashell, we'll also like get another +3 every second shot. So, if you do the math on that, that would be 6 times 20 is 120, times 3 is 360, and half of the shots that we have there have a +3. So that's 10 times 3 is 30. That actually doesn't sound like a lot. Oh, and times 6, 180. So 540 shurikens would be shot out per second? Yeah, per second. If we get to 20 attacks per second. Oh my god, I need to get that. Welcome to the team. You have 97%. That's not so great, but they have 8 bounces. 8. Wait, that's actually good. 105% is the maximum we can get. Do I just double up on this right away? It only has a 2%. We could get a 3% in the future. Yeah, I will just double up on you instead. I should honestly not lock stuff like this, but it also gives us percent damage. It will get cursed, which means we get way more luck out of it. But if you think about it, I should really only look for the super duper good stuff. And I notice I need to increase my speed. We don't really need it because we deal enough damage that we can deal with all of the enemies, and no matter where they spawn, they just die. The Giant's Belt, the Lucky Coin. Also, all of the economy items, I just realized, we haven't gotten a single hunting trophy, a single starfish. Wait a second, so you have 61. No, but it will take the better one, right? 83. 83. This one also has 83. That's actually not so great, but it's kind of fine. Yeah, let's go for you. 88, that's bad. You know what? I think I may actually replace that. Okay, now I'm debating if I just give myself a cursed hunting trophy. It's kind of the same thing like with the fishing hook, right? If you get lucky, you find them super early on and you get so much money out of it. Even if you don't curse it, it has a cascading effect. Because the moment you get way more material, you roll more, you get to see more items, and then you find more of the economy items. So one economy item is not just, oh, you get a bit more material. It's more like, no, you get a snowball rolling that you roll down the mountain. And pretty much the more economy items you get, the steeper the mountain is. Which means your balls will be way bigger if you have more money. Okay. Write it on your Tinder profile. Do we go for a bit of attack speed? Yeah, I haven't bumped up the attack speed since the last time I looked at it. We'll also go for range here. These are really nice, but look at my money. It's just entirely gone. I shouldn't buy trash. Why am I buying trash? This is fine to get it. You know what? I don't care. We have to find better stuff, and I don't care about you as well. Time for Endless. Let's see if we can take on the bosses. I'm not concerned with our damage. I'm just concerned with our survivability. Looking at the HP, they actually survive for very long. Ooh, bounces are nice against double bosses because it can bounce between them and just kill them for you. I need more range though. Like, do you see when I walk like here, we don't hit the boss anymore, and that's not good. Usually I try to get like 300 range, and currently we only have 129, which is not enough to reach them. But yeah, I would say we've definitely earned us a hunting trophy. I can't believe that in 20 waves we haven't found a single one or other economy items. This is kind of the thing, you can do like 10 potato runs and you have the most insane luck that you find the fish hook early on. Not that it was the case here, but just saying, like, it can happen. And then you don't find any money giving things and the cost in the shop just explode and it's like, oh yeah, cool. I can't buy anything anymore, the run is just over. Did we get anything amazing? That is bonus damage and melee damage. This one... Oh, honestly, I don't really care about cursing it. It would be nice, but it also doesn't matter all too much. We'll take the 2% damage there. Okay, there was nothing great in there. 60 range is good though. Beautiful, let's get all of that. But most importantly, it's time for our hunting trophy. Maybe we'll find another one now, you know. Could happen any moment. Please. With the dodge right next to it. And also bonus experience means a lot more level ups. Okay, so now we should earn a lot more money. Can I just get a coupon maybe? Oh, dodge is also... Yeah, that's good enough. We're not facing elites on this wave. That's kind of nice. Like, seeing the boss fight there was like... We don't actually have that much damage. Like, I need to find the Giant's Belt. I mean, I have a bunch of kind of wasted stuff in the shop locked right now. But the moment we get the hunting trophy, all of that dodge will convert into attack speed. And we'll take a closer look at our attack speed after this wave and the moment we buy the items. I think our attack speed will go up by like... maybe 250%, which means we go from shooting relatively fast to, yeah, we just exploded. We only got a 4, sadly, instead of a 5, but look at this. So, we will get this. Ja, nee. Oh, nee. Oh, that's not good. I just doubled the HP of the enemies. Oh, 87%. That's actually not so good. Vigilante Ring is a lot of damage scaling. I guess we can get that, but what we are looking for mostly is a pearl. Or that. Okay, so keep in mind they all have the coffee active. That means their HP is doubled. Not exactly because it was cursed, but I have to keep my distance. He will start shooting his balls, and if they hit me, like if multiples of them strike me, I may actually die. So I will keep my distance, but now we have so much range. Do you see the benefit of having more range? How much do we have right now? It's only 230, so it's still not the 300 that I wanted. As in, I wanted to have 300 at wave 20. Like, in the future, we'll have maybe 1000 or so. We just want to hit the entire stage. You know what, I'll just take it. We won't need that fire damage. And if we need it, we know we have a very big problem, because that means the enemies are surviving way too long. Here, we could go for the melee damage, let's do that, but dodge is also insane. That is incredible. 68%. So first get you, before I mess this up. So we are now at 493% attack speed, huh? Let's get you in. I don't need the HP there. We don't expect to ever lose well, we will lose all of our tardigrades, right? It will happen for some time. Oh, that is perfect. But yeah, the most important thing is that we just find more tardigrades, or just a giant spell as well. Gentle alien is okay, that's money. It's kind of funny though how messed up some of... What is going on? What is... Oh yeah, we attack 10 times a second, almost 9 times a second. And each of those firing 3 projectiles at once. This is a nightmare. This almost looks like a bat swarm, like bats swarming at you. You know how in some games you have like necromancers or so, and they just send out a swarm of bats? This is incredible. But yeah, what I wanted to say is it's kind of incredible just how unlucky you can get at some point. As in, a lot of my videos, they contain a huge amount of resets because I'm waiting for the really good luck to show off what is possible, right? Because the way I view it is I want to show you guys the things that you don't usually achieve in your games. So the same way, if you're like on a Discord and someone shares a run and it's like, how are all of these other people getting so lucky? But actually there are like 10,000 people on the server and you just get to see like a few of them, right? This is the kind of experience that I want to deliver. But this also means it takes so long to get these runs sometimes, and it feels good to do it this way. We have the next boss wave here, and I hope we get some good items out of this. I'm really falling behind, and I'm currently considering if I just not go for more economy items. At this point you would usually have all of them, but we got them so late that we couldn't find more. The one that hurts the most that we are missing are all of the coupons. I don't think we have a single one. Yeah, we don't have a single one. So even though we don't pay anything for rerolling, because I haven't found them, it's a little bit bad. And I also couldn't buy all of the unique and limited items because we are missing so much money. That means we see a lot of bad stuff in the shop that we don't want to see. Barnacle, I think that's worth cursing. Right, we get a lot of the... Oh, wow. We get a lot out of the level up stats. There's finally the speed. So I would say before I do anything else, we have our second hunting trophy here. And I will also say that we'll get the black flag. Can we even afford the entire shop? Not really. Okay. You're good when you're cursed. You're good. Yeah, see, that's like... That's the thing when you don't have the coupons, man. I need to find them ASAP. Otherwise, I just can't even roll. And don't get this wrong, when I say I shouldn't buy bad items and then I buy something that is limited but doesn't really help us at all, that's clearly a bad item, right? Not really. What is going on the stage? Not really. Like, one of the most painful things that happens is when you see something unique or limited all the time and you know if I would have bought these in the past, then they couldn't have appeared now and I would have gotten something way better. Especially with blue and purple items that hurt, because they're all of the economy items, or almost all of them. Or for example, stuff like even the penguin, right? You get 3 of them and then you have a higher chance to get the coupon in the future. Let's see how the purple shuriken turns out. You were at 85%, 101. That is almost the highest we actually have for 104. And look at this, it bounces 9 times. And this one as well, so 100 means we bounce 9 times. And yeah, now we finally have quite a lot more money. Okay, Pearl, do I just get this cursed? Oh, if I curse all of them, that will take so long. But I think it's actually worth it. You may notice I'm not fully convinced on that. I will also get that. That has so much value. We'll get you cursed now. Imagine getting a good item. Couldn't be me. Seriously? Like, come on. Really? You're doing this to me? Okay, with that we save some money. I can double up on the pearl with that. Wait, that is so valuable. Now the issue is, when you get the extras out of the crates, like the free extras, they can't be cursed in my experience, which means they're kind of useless to us. Like, I still need to find all of them in the shop. And the reason we are doing this is because we have the minus 80% damage scaling. And I try to compensate it a little bit by taking the most broken item in the game, the pearls, and I will double up on them. If we manage to curse all of them, it's as if we had 40 pearls. If they have a +3, then it's just 1 additional pearl on top of that. Okay, I'm actually not so confident about the plan anymore because our damage is not high enough to deal with the cursed enemies. So I need to find the Giant's Belt. But this would mean that I want to take all of the pearls right now, like also all of those that I get out of crates, to make sure we bridge the gap until we get the Giant's Belt, but I don't want to do that. Okay, that's not funny, you know what, I'll take you. Let's go for armor here. I don't want to randomly die, so we'll double up on this pearl. It's sadly just a 2%. This one is insane. Okay, instantly cursed, good. Oh, the prices will be so much cheaper compared to before. This usually has a 25%. Okay, you still have a chance to be decent, so I will get rid of you. This one will be insane. Here we have the next boss wave, but now we are way faster with way more range. And we have 2 of these chillers. When they transform the last time, they will just walk to the center and chill in the middle. So that is probably the best elite wave we can face right now. But we are approaching wave 30. And if we don't find the Giant's Belt very soon, I have a big problem. And yes, we could have taken it uncursed earlier, which would have still meant that we get through the game a lot easier, but this also means you're more limited, as in we can't get as far. As in, if we only deal 10% of the current HP, then we need so many hits to kill them, but if we deal like 20%, then we need a lot less than that. How much attack speed do we have right now? 0.075. We are getting closer to the 20 attacks per second. 34 damage, that's actually quite a lot, that's good. I could take this, but we don't have enough tardigrades to really make that work. You have an 87%, that is better than the one that we have there. 103! Okay, that is very solid. The pearl was just another 2% sadly. You're unique, so let's get you out of the way. We have a sunken bell here, that's a unique. Okay, the good thing is now that we earned perfect. Now that we earned more money, we're getting a lot more items out of the way that are uniques. And that means the average item that we encounter is just way better. Okay, do I really care about this? We actually do, because the luck we get over here is, it's not permanent. So it doesn't give us percent bonus damage, but this one will give us percent bonus damage. Perfect. Have you noticed that we still haven't found the hunting trophy, by the way? I don't know what it is sometimes. Like, sometimes the game is really just like, ha ha ha, ha ha, you know, like an else there. Ha ha! Oh, I can't believe that, man. One thing the game definitely needs, especially since the DLC came out, is you need to have 5 slots in the shop, that you see more things, and it also just needs a way to banish or seal items that you never get to see them in the shop. Like, for example, there's a ban mod that allows you to ban items, and there, per character where you beat Danger 5 with, you can lock 1 item that it can never appear again. Now, I think that's way too powerful because there are like 62 characters, and locking 62 items is way too insane. But doing something like that is, I think, the right approach to make the game a lot more enjoyable. 80, 87, 104. So now we would only want to get rid of the 2 not so great ones. You're just a 4, but that's okay. Oh, that's a big alloy. That is so much bonus luck. It's a lot of minus attack speed, but once we get this curse, the dodge goes down and all of wait, it's already cursed actually. I don't know, for some reason I'm used to just locking stuff and it gets cursed, you know, I forgot about that. Yeah, so we'll lose 12% attack speed, but I think that's definitely worth it. This is kind of a weird feeling to know. Even though I heavily modded this run, as in we got major items out of that, this run is so much worse than many runs I had in the past where I reset for things. Right, like if you just get the hunting trophies really early, you don't even need to curse them, it just gives you this insane kickstart, and you find so many things. It's like, it feels a little bit weird to know that so much influence that I gave with mods is worse than runs that I had in the past. Like many of my runs. Okay, let's chill about this. I need to get my distance in. There's a chance we may not even end up killing them. Like, we can clear all of the enemies, but maybe not the bosses. That actually looks like we can clear the bosses. Why can we clear the bosses? Do we really have that much damage? Like, I know I just increased my damage by a lot, and I guess we shoot so fast that, like, look at the storm that happens there. Look at all of the damage numbers being created. Yeah, we just killed all of the bosses, and they had how much bonus? Here. 200% bonus HP. And keep in mind, we don't even have the seashell yet. That will give us even more projectiles. Plus 12.8% damage is quite a lot. I can't believe that I just said that. It's time for the hunting trophy. I thought about it for a moment if there's something else that I want to buy from this, and I don't think there's something that really makes sense, you know, that is like super duper wanted. I think we got all of it. Like, sure, there's a ginormous list of items that would be amazing just to get them, but I don't want to make it too extreme. And a quick reminder for all of you that a lot of people got apparently unsubscribed to my channel. So if you were subscribed, make a quick check if you're unsubscribed. And well, if you want to, feel free to resubscribe. Perfect. Yes, let's go. And also some people don't get my videos anymore. And someone mentioned that an easy way to fix that is to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Nice. We're also done with the sausages. That means the coupon is a little bit more likely to show up. Oh my god. Wait, how much do we get out of this one? So this is 6. Here, 7. 7 melee damage at the end of a round. Plus 6, plus 6. I will immediately run away. If I die here right before the Giant's Belt, this would be the worst thing possible. Now, running away from bosses is not always great, because it also allows them to build up, like whatever they are doing, and you don't kill them fast enough. But yeah, I think this was the right call. I don't even think they would have really killed me, because we are quite bulky. Nah, not really. But I think we would have survived a bunch of hits, but now it's time for the Giant's Belt. And that one kind of needs to be at least like 17%. I'm fine with even 16%, but it's not great. We are hoping for 20 or even 21%. 16%, that's like... I will take it. We could have also just like let it slide and try to find it again. But you may have noticed already, it's getting close. So I don't really want to get rid of it, and then we see it like in 20 waves or something. And believe it or not, our Shurikens are now dealing a ridiculous amount of damage. 973 sounds like nothing, but take a look at the actual crits that we are doing. Okay, now it's with the Giant's Belt, but we pretty much deal around 1.7k with crits, but we also have a bunch of bonuses, like bonus damage against elites, bonus damage against enemies above a certain HP threshold. So we are dealing around like 3000 to 4000 damage per hit right now. Okay, I just had a crazy idea. Should I go for that? We will do a little mini game. There is something insane in this game. If I manage to get to wave 50, I will buy that out of the supermarket shop. And I'm talking about this seashell that we get it there, because the supermarket shop actually has like something completely broken that I don't fully understand. They have curse level, right? We bought the hunting trophy and you've seen another curse level on the right of it. And that curse level is way higher than a normal curse level you can reach. And we can use it on the seashell. So just to show you what I mean is, this is a 200%. 210 is the max, right? So this is almost the max. Look at this. This gets bonus 100% per wave that you survived. So if I buy this before wave 50, it would have 5000%. Can you now imagine what happens to something like the seashell? Actually, the only thing that changes is that it would be on every single hit, right? It's not even that great. Yeah. Well, that's now a downer. Wave 34, the next elites, and I think the first elite wave with the Giant's Belt, yeah, that shows. That showed a lot. Okay, so with the seashell, I thought it would have like 200 projectiles or so that you shoot out as a bonus, and that would have been a lot of fun. And this is why I also said we'll wait until wave 50. Now that things have changed, I think I'll get it a little bit earlier. Do I just max out on this? Yeah, let's do it. It's fine. 6 armor, 4 armor per turn. We'll also get you because that's bonus money. 73% stats? I think 74 is the highest you can get. It's usually 35, so times 2 is 70. And 10% of 35 is 3.5. So it would be rounded to 74. That is incredible. We now reach the point where all of our Shurikens have 100% damage and bounce 9 times. And yeah, I've now started taking all of the normal pearls, not because it wasn't worth it to do it the other way, but they show up so rarely in the shop that you just never get them. So now we have 14 normal pearls and 6 of them are cursed, which is really bad, but that also shows, like, if I've only gotten 6 of them in the shop, that's And that's not great, but pretty much now we are switching over to a little bit more fun. I did say I wanted to do this on wave 50, but because nothing about it changes, right? It's just every ranged weapons projectile is +3. We'll do it right now. Why is there another one in here? Wait, why can I buy this again? It probably doesn't allow me to do it, I would assume. Right? Right? That's why it's like at a 0. Because I can't buy it anymore. Right? Are you ready for the ultimate Shurikens? They'll have 6 projectiles every single shot. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. My FPS is actually suffering for the first time. It went down to 80. It doesn't show the 6, right? Yeah, it doesn't. But it usually doesn't show it because usually the best you can get is every second shot. So they can't display that, right? Because if they say ×6, well, no, every second shot it's just ×3. But I think if you just look at the density of Shurikens... But now I'm wondering, can I buy multiples of that item? Because it's still there. Like, it says 0, but can I get the normal one? I mean, obviously we shouldn't do that. Okay, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't get too many of them, because otherwise bad things may happen to the game, but it's for science. It's just for science and not for Dex's insanity. Okay, please don't disappoint me. Please don't disappoint me. I mean, for science! For science! So I've installed a Rainbow Crate mod, and there you can choose whatever item you want to have, apparently also beyond any reasonable limits that exist in the game. And as you can see, we are shooting quite a few Shurikens here. And I will just keep picking it up more and more. Is it just me or doesn't feel like it's a lot more? Okay, please don't disappoint me. I want to see a bajillion Shurikens now, every 5th shot. Is it? Is it more or less than before? Like, honestly, I almost feel like it's less than before. We now have 32 seashells. We would right now shoot out 96 bonus Shurikens every 5th attack. And yeah, it takes this long to start a wave. Okay. Nah, the game is just messing with me. It's just not happening. I don't accept this. I told you. Yeah, we have a few Shurikens. Just a couple, you know? You barely notice a difference to 6 Shurikens. Please don't crash my game. Yes, that's what I needed. This is what I wanted. I can't play the game anymore. I have 1 FPS. Oh, come on, I just added a few Shurikens. Like, come on, this can't be that bad, right? I can actually still count the Shurikens. This is just not enough. Oh, now it's working again. Yeah, 33 FPS. That's okay. We have 1 FPS. No, actually, it's 3 FPS. Okay. Guys, I would say that was a huge amount of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for all of you watching my channel, and especially the Brotato videos, because we are on a Brotato video, thank you so much. I hope you also had an amazing year. I'm just saying this right now. Tomorrow there will be another upload, but then I'll go on a break, and I don't know if you watch the other video tomorrow. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. Regarding the break, there will be 1 upload that I do where I explain everything, when I'll be back and what happens and stuff. But yeah, I had an incredible and amazing year because of you guys. Thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. And if you enjoyed it, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.